Good evening, Erin. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Danielle?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for jumping on this virtual meeting with me. I understand that you spoke with my colleague Sam and that you are, I guess, you have some mutual connections with Sam, and she was very excited when she spoke with you and shared some really great feedback regarding your skill set, your personality, your customer service skills, and your experience. So, what I'd like to do first is kind of start down here at the bottom. I'm taking a peek at your resume. So I see that you have your bachelor's in psychology.
Yes, ma'am. I sure do. From UCF.
Okay. From
Yeah.
UCF. Okay. And that was in 2020, COVID time, right?
Yeah. I finished it up
Okay.
right in time. Had a lot of
Yeah, that's
downtime. Yeah.
that's perfect. And then I understand that you're also a business owner. So tell me about your business and what you do with that.
I teach infant swimming survival, and I've been doing that on and off for over 20 years, but on for about the past 15. I teach little babies about 6 months old. Once they
Okay.
can crawl and can get to the pool, I teach them how to survive if they fall in.
Okay.
So
Wow.
from start to beginning, or start to end,
Okay.
excuse me.
And do you do all of your own like customer service, like your outreach, your billing, all of the
Yes,
aspects that
I
go into
do
running a
all of
business?
it from marketing to speaking with the parents, making sure everybody's on board, understanding back to front what it entails, all the billing, and just making sure everybody has a good overall response to the program and to me because they're entrusting me with their children's lives.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely. And and you do that on the side, like simultaneously as with
yes,
your full-time job. Okay. Does that
yes.
affect any of your work time during the week, during a normal business week?
No, not necessarily. I kind of build it around my full-time job as an added
Okay.
extra.
Perfect. And then I understand that you had some restaurant experience, well, actually quite a bit. And the part that I really like about your restaurant experience, number one, is your tenure. So did you say 8 and 9 years?
I've been at Hannah's for 8 years, and then prior to
Okay.
that, I was at Inlet Harbor for 9 with a second job always. So I've always
Okay.
had multiple jobs, but I've always been at my main job
Hmm.
for very long periods of time. Yeah.
Okay. And what skills, and I know this just personally from, my family, my husband's background and such. I know how hard it is and how much work it goes into running a successful restaurant. So, what skills do you think that you are bringing away from your experience at Inlet Harbor and at Hannah's for your next position?
Consistency, number one, making sure everything across the board is good. Just making sure that every single customer I have, no matter whether it's from the front of the house being a server, hostess, front of the house manager, or back of the house making the food being the back of the house manager, that everything across the board is always consistent and that every customer walks away with a good feeling and that they've had the best meal that they've had, or every employees have the best day that they've had.
Mhm.
I've done a lot with the food ordering, food cost, end of the day payments, making sure that we're all running kind of in the same way, cost versus hourly for the employees.
Mhm.
So like employee
Yeah, your food
management,
cost.
yeah, food
Hmm.
cost.
Yeah, very important.
Just making sure, like the cliche is that your food's made with love, that your experience was amazing,
Yeah.
that from the start and to the very end of everything that goes into that work day, that everything goes smoothly, including the employees also,
Sure.
that everyone's happy, that everyone's taken
Mhm.
care of. Um,
Yes. And then as you were in a leadership position, So
Yeah.
everyone, at the restaurant is following your lead, of course, as being, the assistant front of house manager there. And I think that anyone, because we are going to share this, of course, with some of our clients, anyone that watches this, I think could just stop for just a moment and think about a good experience that they've had at a restaurant and a bad experience and all the things that go into a good experience. It doesn't just happen. There's a lot of people that work hard to have good customer service, to make sure that things are run well. Like it has to be a
Yeah.
well-oiled machine for
Well, I was
sure.
going to say, and remediating any conflict that does arise.
Mhm.
So
Sure,
say that they're like when I was front of the house manager saying that there was an issue with service or an issue with food, that making sure that I went right out to make sure that that customer was happy. What can I do
sure.
to fix it? Always. That is
Okay.
my main goal. It doesn't matter how we get to there. It's as long as a person walking
Mhm.
out, because that's how everybody makes their money. The customer
Sure,
walking out the door
absolutely.
is happy. So
Absolutely. And I also think though that restaurants too are, sales oriented. You are
always,
selling, sometimes you're upselling different
always.
orders, or you have something specials and you're trying to sell that. Maybe you're trying to sell dessert and drinks and things like that. So, that's also something else to note, that it's another skill that I know and I see. So in addition to working, of course, your really great tenure here in Volusia County at two, pretty amazing restaurants. I understand that you also had in between, you had helped out in a couple off auto body positions. One was in DeLand when you were helping them
Mhm.
out, but of course that was pretty far commute for you. And then, one here in Daytona. So at the auto body shop, you were the point of contact. You were with the customers and the insurance company.
Yes, I had
Okay.
ended up like after a few weeks being in the role of a kind of a liaison between the estimators, the customers, and then the insurance companies. I also took care of parts, um, and did a lot of billing, scheduling, and also once again remediated some issues between customers and insurance companies, or customers and the body shop. So I kind of got it from all ends, needless to say. Um,
Mhm.
I was like, I just pretty much made sure everything ran smoothly, made sure
Mhm.
that once again, everybody was happy. That if there was an insurance issue or an issue with the body shop itself, that everything was resolved in an appropriate time, because I was constantly on the phone with everyone. So I got the most earful. So then I would direct between
Mhm.
everyone. I was like the go-to. So,
Okay. So lots
oh,
of
go find this
multitasking
part,
there.
or call this insurance company, or
Yeah.
and then the
Mhm.
insurance adjusters would come in and be like, hey, can you help me out and let me know where this car is in progress,
Mhm.
or etc. But there was a lot of different multitasking I did between all facets of the jobs.
All right.
um, and
Wonderful.
I was constantly on the computer, checking parts in. I was on CCC1, which is a company that is used by body shops, letting them know what was going on with that also. So
Okay. So, and computer proficient, Microsoft Office.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
of course. All righty. Let's see here. Customer service. I'm just making some notes.
you're
Um,
fine.
I am going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere because we've got a
I
lot more
won't.
to chat about.
You're fine.
Okay, thanks.
You're good.